to answer a hot take from the comments section.
I started watching Above and Beyond, and there is so much going on. Not to mention how the OG characters look so incredibly washed out compared to the new agents despite their animation upgrade. There are too many agents, too many gups, and not enough original episodes. Maybe that's just my nostalgia speaking, though.
I'm sorry, but this is a very privileged take. But lucky for you, the original or the first installment is not going anywhere. So you can focus on that. Hello. With Wanda winning the lawsuit and the Octonauts potentially becoming a global phenomenon in the next few years, there has been one question looming over everyone's heads, including mine. What's next for Octonauts, and what can we expect from future installments? So let's talk about it. If you don't know who I am, what's going on everybody? It's your girl Yujin. I'm an autistic music artist, and when I'm not making music, I like to make videos about my special interests like Octonauts. If you want to support this autistic creator, be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow me on all of my social media platforms. And without further ado, Octo Agents, please report. To start it off, Octonauts is already setting a record of becoming one of the longest running kids shows ever in history, and that is a huge accomplishment because despite a few mishaps and delays and all these hiatuses, the Octonauts as a brand have continued to push through. And it really goes to show that they care so much about the fans, and the amount of perseverance that they have shown is absolutely amazing. First, I am going to talk about what could potentially happen in A and B. I think A and B is probably going to, continue the format. I think instead of introducing new agents, they should probably work with the ones that they already have. I think I also want to see an episode with just the agents and without the Octonauts, because A and B has episodes without the agents. So let's do an A and B episode without the Octonauts. I definitely want to see more interaction between the senior Octo agents, the three oldest, Calico Jack, Ranger Marsh, and Professor Natquick. They kind of remind us of, your weird uncles or your quirky grandpas. If you put those three in a room together, what would happen? That's what we want to see. And I also want to see how they connect with their younger agent counterparts. Like maybe the younger agents have their own way of doing old-fashioned things that they're not familiar with, and they just have to learn to adapt. I also want to see more interactions with the junior Octo agents. I want to see Pinto and Kashi do a mission together, of course with adult supervision, but they do most of the problem solving and save the day in the end. I also kind of want to see an interaction between Pearl and Ranger Marsh, the Octo agents who have children. I want to see those two give each other parenting advice and learn from each other and try their techniques and ideas onto their children. Honestly, I kind of think Pearl and Ranger Marsh are also like the parents of the Octo agents. Pearl is the group mom and Ranger Marsh is the group dad. One thing I absolutely want to see is the Octo agents getting fleshed out. Their backstories, getting to know them, like their personalities and their favorite things. Definitely flesh out the Octo agents. Oh, and an Above and Beyond movie, where the Octo agents are the main characters. The Octonauts can be there too, but the main heroes, the main protagonists are the agents. I think I also kind of want to see an Octo agents sitcom. But Yujin, aren't you forgetting someone? Do we have to talk about her? Okay, I'll do it. Now, this might be a little controversial, but I think it's best if I just get it off my chest immediately. You are free to disagree. You are free to agree as well. It has to be said. I think Haraka should leave the Octonauts. I think Haraka would do better if she went solo, if she was by herself instead of in a group. Because I feel like Haraka is just bringing the team down, and because she's the hero in most of these episodes, not everyone gets to shine or show their potential like A and B promised. But maybe instead of her just disappearing, if you really want to write her off, we have to give her a proper send off. Maybe Haraka has found some place in the world and she probably wants to be in that place. She probably doesn't want to be an Octo agent anymore and wants more out of life. And at the end, she ultimately decides to move on and give up her position. Most of the fans didn't really like her to begin with. I mean, we can be happy that she has found her place. And if she wants to leave the Octonauts, then so be it. It would be sad and very bittersweet to see her go, but at least we gave her a proper send off. Now, if we do get new agents, I feel like they should be their own separate unit or their own separate group away from the official Octo agents, because the Octo agents are already kind of established as a perfect 10-member team. So I feel like having a separate group of agents would be the best bet. They could be a training group, agents in training, and then they will soon graduate to be official Octo agents. But if we do want new agents, I think we should get really creative with the occupations and also just the characters. I think we need more disabled characters. The most that we got was Calico Jack with his peg leg. But let's see an agent in a wheelchair or an agent with autism. I would be very open to voice act for the first autistic Octo agent. If it's a girl, characters with disabilities, definitely a must. For occupations, I don't want to see any more biologists. Or actually, if you do want to make a biologist, how about a subgroup? Tracker is an ornithologist, a scientist who studies birds. Potty is a hydrologist, a scientist who studies water. So let's focus on the subgroup. We have herpetologist, a scientist that studies amphibians and reptiles. We've got entomologist, a scientist that studies bugs. So let's not stick to just the biologist because we already have too many of those. How about chemists? Aerospace engineers, seismologists, climatologists, psychologists. There are so many occupations to choose from, and I hope that they take advantage of that. Now, the last thing on my list that I want to see in future Octonauts projects is Minkling, the first character couple in Octonauts. I want to see them finally, well, they're already together, but just in secret. But I really want to see the romance for real. And maybe even an Octonauts special called An Octonauts Wedding. Or maybe a proposal episode and then the wedding special. I absolutely adore Minkling. I love them so much. Definitely want to see some romance in the Octonauts. Inkling, just get down on one leg, any leg already, and just say I do. Say I do already. Get married already. I can't take it. We can't take it. Okay, so I think that's all I have for today. Those are all of my manifestations for the future Octonauts projects. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think we can expect from future Octonauts projects? What do you personally want to see in the future projects? Leave your comments down below. I'm always looking at your comments and I appreciate the love and the support coming from you guys, and it really means a lot. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to check out Spectrum, my new EP, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, this is your girl Eugen, signing off. Peace.